Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Team Jesus Outdoors. Hey guys, today I just want to talk to you real quick about a product that I am super excited to be running this year. Many of you that have followed Team Jesus Outdoors for a long time know that both Mike and myself have been running a Dorado for several years now. The Dorado boat latch from the guys at boattotrailer.com made launching and loading our boats so much easier. It was a great product. Well, we're coming in high. Guys, the Dorado boat latch has just made launching and loading our boats so much easier. Well, many of you have probably already seen the advertisements, but the guys over at Boat to Trailer that brought us the Dorado boat latch have recently released the new ramp and clamp. Guys, I'm super excited about this new product. There's an option on this latch that's going to make it, for me, an absolute game changer. So on the Dorado boat latch, or even one of the versions of the ramp and clamp, I think it's actually the standard version, you still have the option of the automatic latching device. The problem with that device is, or what I don't love about that device, is that you have to float the boat off the trailer. The boat has to be floating off the bunks before the latch will open the jaws and stay open. With this new ramp and clamp, there's now a feature that allows you to, this is the automatic handle, but I'm going to swap this out with a manual handle. The manual latch allows you to open the jaws while your trailer is up on dry land, and so that you can back your trailer in the water with the jaws open, and your trailer will come off, your boat will come off the trailer as you get it deep enough in the water. So for me, whether I'm fishing with somebody or fishing by myself, my preferred way to launch my boat would be to have I will back the outboard down over the water. I have a bunk trailer, so I'm really not worried about it sliding off the trailer, unless maybe I was on a super steep launch. But so for me, the preferred method is I back my outboard over the water, then I prefer to unstrap the trailer, the boat from the trailer completely, and if I'm fishing with somebody, I let them hold a rope. Otherwise, I put a rope in the back of my truck, and as it comes off the trailer, I grab the rope and tie it down to the dock. But with the Dorado, with the automatic closing jaws of the Dorado, I was never able to do that. I had to I had to be in the boat to release the latch. Which, there's nothing wrong with that method, it's just not the way that I prefer to launch the boat. I've removed the rounded top lever that comes standard and installed on the ramp and clamp, and I've replaced it with this single bolt here with the straight top lever Now when I'm ready to launch the boat, I simply open the clamp. It stays open. Now I can let the boat float off the trailer. Then when I'm ready to bring the boat back onto the trailer, I simply close the clamp. Now the latch is triggered and it's ready to catch the boat. You'll also note that I've elected to go with a lock over one of the bolts that hold the clamp to the trailer. And this lock simply makes it a little bit more difficult for somebody to steal my ramping clamp. Hey guys, one of the things that I am most excited about with this new ramping clamp from our friends over at boat2trailer.com is this handle right here. You'll notice this handle has a flat top. When I ordered my ramping clamp, I elected to go with the short handle. The short handle version gives you two options. It comes installed with a short handle with a rounded end. This end here is rounded rather than flat. With that rounded handle installed, the ramping clamp actually operates much like the old Dorado, so that every time you deploy the boat, pull the handle to deploy the boat, it automatically resets. It resets itself. Therefore, the moment that you deploy the boat, the trigger mechanisms reset and you're once again ready to immediately drive into the clamp. But I have elected to install this version with the flat tip. What this version does is when you open the clamp with this flat version, it stays unlocked. The jaws stay unlocked. And for me, and for the way that I prefer to launch, I like that because I want to unlock the jaws on the ramp before I've floated the boat off the trailer. The only drawback to that method is that you have to manually reset this so that the trigger mechanism is ready to catch the boat when you drive back on the trailer. For me, I'll take that drawback all day long because more often than not, I launch with somebody else. There are a few times a year that I launch by myself. In those instances, you could make the argument that it's easier to float the boat and then pull the mechanism. But honestly, either way, I like the ability to open the clamp before I float the boat off of the trailer. Whether I have somebody with me and they are holding the boat at the dock, or I'm by myself and I'm using a rope to keep the boat at the dock. Either way, my preference is to launch the boat with the flat-handled version, giving you the opportunity to launch the boat without floating it. But again, I love that I have the option, and my personal preference is to just, when I unstrap the trailer and I unstrap everything on the boat and I'm ready to put the boat in the water, I want to open the clamp. I want to open the jaws of the clamp so that I can dump the boat in the water and have it free of the trailer. It's just the way I prefer to launch. I'm not saying it's the right way. Whatever way you like to launch is the right way for you. But for me personally, this was a gigantic advantage of the new ramping clamp. And one of the things I'm going to love the most about the ramping clamp is having that ability to launch the boat, whether by myself or with someone else, by opening the clamp while the trailer's still out of the water. This is a bunk trailer. It's probably not a great idea for a roller trailer, but this is a bunk trailer. It's the way I would launch the boat without the ramping clamp, and the way I've launched the boat many, many a time. So it's just a personal preference thing, and I don't criticize if you have a different preference. But it's one of the many things that I love about this brand new ramp and clamp.